big question. How do we all feel about situations of limited joint representation?
Ooh. Hot topic.
Not great. From both aspects, like doing one and...
I don't love being in that situation.
Yes, I have been in a
personally.
situation.
Yeah.
It's not great. I likely would never do it again.
Don't you find too, though, it's sort of a weird system in the fact of like anyone from our office is technically limited
It's
joint
different,
representation,
That's
or
different,
even, or even
That's way
like
different, I
even
think.
within our team. Like,
Yeah.
I understand the legalities of it, but at the end of the day, like, I don't know about your clients.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know about my clients. So it's
Exactly.
like
It is still different.
there's a
It's still
separation
separated.
there.
Yeah.
But like I think mostly what you're talking about is like us as a single agent representing
Yes.
both parties.
Oh, there's just so many situations where it can come up. But yeah, like I guess the most contentious is when it's listing agent representing a buyer in competition.
Oh,
Yes.
I've been that agent that had to do it and it sucked. And even if you do everything above board,
Yeah. The way you're
of course we
supposed
do everything
Well, it
above
is-
board, but
your
like
job
when
to
you
keep
do
it
everything
all-
above board
It
and you know
still
you're doing it
feels-
right, it's yucky.
Yeah, it still
Like,
feels.
it's, like if your client gets it, you're like, well,
I did everything right.
they
but-
honestly did get this property
Yeah.
out of fairness,
Yes.
but
Honestly, it's
it
like
just feels icky.
yeah,
I
it's
agree.
like it's the extra dialogue that may not even be there, but you know people are like they're looking at the other offers, they're telling people like like I have never done that. I
No.
would never do that.
Well,
But-
that's your job. Like our job is to not do that. And
For sure.
I explain that to clients going in. Like we have to keep everything fair. And like, this
Yeah.
is how it's going to be. A lot of the times you have the client then, well, but can you just tell me like the price? Like
Yeah.
we can't.
We
So
We cannot, yeah. Or like, and on our team, what we usually do is like if I'm the listing agent, somebody represents the buyer, so at least there's some separation, but that is still very much so limited joint representation. I've also been in a situation though, Logan was one of the agents that wrote, where I was representing the seller, you were working with a buyer, and there was another offer on the table. And my clients flat out were like, we love your husband, he's so cute, we want to go with his offer. And it wasn't the better offer.
Yeah.
Like, and how do you explain that? Like,
yeah.
it
Yeah,
wasn't me,
yeah.
I didn't sway them. I was like, this other offer has better
If anything,
terms.
you're probably like, don't
I was
go
like,
with him.
I was like, please
Yeah.
don't make
Yeah.
me do this. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
remember getting that call and being like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like
And it wasn't like a substantial amount of money, but it was
No.
enough that like if the other agent like had been upset about it, it would have been like you might need to talk to my client so you can see at least that
Yeah.
it wasn't my influence. It was purely them and rooting, like they were legit rooting for Logan to win in this situation. Like
I think it makes a difference too when, like, how we said, like when it's a team member, like I've never met your seller, right? So
Yes.
if like I'm writing
For sure.
on
I agree.
Jen's listing, like it is really to me no different than if I were to write on another agent's listing
Yeah.
that wasn't on our team,
I
right?
agree.
other than the paperwork.
Other
There's
than the
enough
paperwork, and yes, I can
separation.
see
Yeah.
some of the paperwork, but you don't have that
Personal.
like I've never
Yeah.
met the seller.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
and you don't.
And we don't see the offers as they
No,
come in,
exactly.
right? They all
No.
go
For
to
sure.
Jen and,
yeah.
and all that's confidential. So
no,
it's
and
not-
honestly, we don't see the paperwork until after the fact.
Yeah.
So there's no.
Oh, and I made sure of that because I have my own separate Dropbox folder that I don't put these offers in if I know you guys are writing because I was like, I don't want them to be able to see it for my
And
own
it actually
peace of
goes
mind.
on both ways. I have my own Dropbox where I put, if I know somebody's
Yeah.
competing
Yeah,
on
for
something,
sure.
I put it in my own folder so you
Yeah.
can't
Yep.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like it's exactly like you say. It's just like icky. Like it
Yeah,
just doesn't,
it doesn't
feel
feel
good. Like
I agree.
As the person losing,
feels
if you're
like-
representing a different buyer, but also as the listing agent when you're doing everything honestly and
Yeah.
it's still your own person.
even if there's no competition, like I very rarely ever want to be both sides. Like I just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't
No, I
want to.
agree.
I don't want to be put in a position where I can't help either client to their fullest. Like it's not fun. Like
Yeah. No, I agree.
Hence, get a buyer's agent.
Buyer's agent.
I would also
yeah.
say though too, like I tell my client, like buyer clients, like if you fall in love with one of our listings, like yes, we'll be in limited joint representation. But I think that situation too is like you owe something to your buyer and you owe something to your seller, and
Yes.
it's still feels like manageable.
Yes.
Sometimes too, you meet the buyer on the street, right? And
Yeah.
like that is also a different scenario as well. It's like versus the client that I've been showing 10 houses to, who knows me personally, knows that I'm not doing anything shady, like that we're above, right? Like I think people just need to be educated on that as well. Like this is why it is important to work with a realtor. And yes, you might end up in limited joint representation with that realtor, but at that point you've built up the relationship that you trust them as your realtor, or they
Yeah.
trust you as your
sure.
realtor.
For sure.
The limited joint that I hate the most, though, is when I have two buyers wanting to write on a listing, and then you're like, and we've had it where every person on the team was already representing somebody, so you
man.
had to write both offers for both buyers, and you flat out know, well, Bobby and Susie aren't getting this one. Like,
It's funny too because we're heading into a market where we're probably going
That's
to
gonna
get more of
happen.
that.
we're
Yeah.
gonna have
Like-
that happen again.
Like
yeah.
I remember saying to clients, like, this is not because I like one versus the other. I'm like, I literally base this on who I started working with first.
Yeah.
I was like, they were literally working with me longer, so I'm gonna have to pass you off to one of my team members, unfortunately, but I can't negotiate two deals against the same thing fairly. Like it's just,
Yeah.
it's not good for you, it's not good for me.
Yeah.
It's not good for the other
You'll
person.
be in
so,
better
yeah.
hands
Yeah.
if we can
Yeah,
pass
like
you.
it is such a weird situation, and you just
is
want
weird.
to be fair. You just
Yes.
want to be fair.
You wanna
I
do the
think
right
that's
thing.
another benefit though of having a team, right?
Yeah.
Like there's other markets, like I'm sure in rural markets, like I don't know, like I grew up in Kenora, Ontario. My dad owned a brokerage. Every single deal was limited joint because there's
Yeah.
only one brokerage. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, but here we have the ability to like I can pass on a client to someone that I trust and like someone on the team, and that
Yeah.
you know we're still getting to help both sides, right?
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
It does feel icky though.
Oh, every,
no way,
every
yeah.
time, every single time.
Yeah.
Well, would you guys rather be like BC though, where they've completely eliminated limited joint, where you're not allowed to do it?
That'd be a tough for a team aspect.
Yeah, like I
tough for
think they'd have to change the, like,
Change the-
Parameters of it.
yeah,
somehow,
or
yeah.
the definition of what
Yeah.
it means, because like,
Like being in the same brokerage.
yeah,
Yeah, you can't even be same brokerage in BC. Like,
Because then it's like, okay, you have a realtor,
Like
and
that
then
to me is way different, right?
like because not only does that just it changes not just everything, but like that would hurt so many clients.
well, like
it's
because then
so
you're like, okay,
weird.
you can't write on, like I can't help you write on this property because our brokerage has it listed. Like then I'm referring it out to someone hopefully that I trust. Like,
Yes.
but then you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like, ooh.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that is messy.
yeah. I don't hate that we can still do it here. I like that we have the option. I just don't love how it always plays out.
Yeah, mostly in competition.
Yes.
Right. Like,
and from an outsider's perspective, like I know it sucks, but I think it's good and it's important that you do trust your realtor on both sides of that, because then
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you know, like I said previously, you know, like I've been working with a buyer for, you know, we've written 10 offers and now they like one that our team has listed. Like everyone, there's no question that we're playing by the rules, right? Like they get it.
For sure.
Whereas I always feel a little bit, ooh, when it's someone that I just
you
met.
don't really know them,
I don't really
yeah.
know them, and it's like, here I am, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then what are they gonna say that something, why didn't I get it?
absolutely.
I was supposed to get it. This is why I'm calling the listing agent, so that, which is, you shouldn't do that. Get a buyer's agent. But
Yeah.
I think I don't know, in Winnipeg here sometimes getting a lot of leads, like that happens a lot. Like I'm
happens a lot.
I'm working with the listing agent because they think they're getting a deal, and that's just not the case.
No, it's not
It's
the
all-
case. And
yeah.
if you're, yeah,
Well, no, the other thing I was gonna say too is it's frustrating if you're like the listing agent and your client wants a specific number to have the
Yeah.
house listed at, and then you're bringing a buyer and you're like, I get that my client's listed it at this number.
Yeah.
However, I think it's going to sell this number,
Yeah.
and it's like,
yeah.
I realize I'm advising you, you know, and it's one of those markets where we're
Yeah.
going to see a lot more of that too. So those ones are tough too.
I will say though, in heavy competition, I almost feel better about it because it's like in heavy, if there's 10 other offers,
probably not coming.
it's irrelevant at that point, I think.
Yep.
Whereas if it's it's this offer and then my husband's offer, like that's a little bit trickier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When there's 10 of them in the mix, it's like they're picking the best one. I don't know. They should always be picking the best one, but
Yeah.
Love slogans.
Yeah, but the best one necessarily isn't price.
Logan
right?
has
People
an
forget that.
advantage.
100%. Well,
And I would say normally Logan has an unfair advantage because I'm like, don't go with his offer. No, I'm just kidding. But like,
It's
you're more nervous
Yes,
about
yeah.
somebody taking your own team's listing. But yeah, that was.
It's sort of funny too, like if you look at it from a team perspective, the way it is in Winnipeg is like, you don't, like if other agents are seeing our deals like that, right? It just shows you.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
shows
also,
Mighty.
they're like, Jen double-ended another thing, right? But it's not really the way it is.
No.
Like
No.
we have a lot of different clients between us, so it's
No,
Yes.
I can't remember the last time I actually represented buyer and seller
for sure.
because I always refer it out to the team now.
Yeah, like there's usually one of us is
Yeah.
on the other side of that. It's not
Yeah.
it's not typically that we are each representing both sides of one transaction.
But anyways, it sucks.
Yeah. It's also
you just have to play by the rules. There's
Yeah.
a
Play
by
rule
the
book,
rules,
and
yeah.
this is what we have to do, and this is part of the
And
job.
we do that.
Do and be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's important, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and explaining it to clients also sucks. Like trying
Yeah.
to like not justify, but like explain that it is not underhanded or it's not supposed to be underhanded
Yeah.
or
When I get
anything
the call,
weird.
when I get the calls that are like, "Well, I want to rate with the listing agent," and they tell me, "Oh, well, because I'm going to get a deal. I've heard
Oh,
that I get
yeah.
a deal." I full blown say, "This is my answer every time." Well, I'm not losing my license over this, so I mean, here we are. So
Yeah, nice try.
this is how it works. Like this, it all has to be fair, like to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also say it's challenging from a listing agent's perspective to explain it to other realtors who have written on the property if you are in that
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
dual representation situation. Like Sam and I got into one and I had to explain to 10 other agents why they didn't get it, but I also couldn't give them direct details as to why.
sure.
And agents only see the price, and that's not what mattered
that's
to my
not what-
clients. And so
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
that was a tricky one, but
Yeah.
And in
was
those
what it was.
situations, like, what is the mechanism to actually like investigate? Like, I don't actually know. I think that's what makes it tricky. Is there's no real way. Like, you did everything right. Don't get me wrong. I know you did. But like, there's no mechanism to actually be like, okay, but really, did this agent do something underhanded?
But
Yeah.
in all fairness, though, like I feel like our team we're very good at that. So I think like for example, in that situation with me and Amy, if me and Amy got called into like the board, I don't know whoever the like person is, like I can't say where we went wrong.
No,
Like,
we
didn't do anything wrong.
And you
Yes.
sleep well at night.
Yes.
Exactly. That's what matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are situations where it sucks, and a lot of the time it does come down to that money conversation. People, because some buyers just don't see how you could go with an offer that's lower.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
there are many other terms of an offer.
Are
that
you
can-
pre-approved? Are you right? Like
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
exactly that too. And the funny thing too is like in major competition, sometimes like I had clients at one point that they had 15 offers on a property. They took an offer, I believe it was like 15,000 less than the top offer, but they were already getting like 50,000 more than they had expected.
Right.
And they were
True.
like, this offer is clean. This
Yeah.
offer has every
Yes.
condition we want gone, the possession we want. I'm like, you
They're
you
happy
can
with
wait
it.
3 more days with these guys for 15 grand. And they're
Yeah.
like, it's just not worth it to us. We want to be done. And
We-
it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's
like-
their choice.
That's their choice. We
Like,
have
yeah.
we have 3 kids and a hectic life. I would take a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
lower if it meant no more showings or no more potential
Yeah.
for home inspections, appraisals,
For
like
sure.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Like, yeah, let's be done with it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a cost to that.